Hey guys, welcome to the first video. Today I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on your 2017 Hyundai Elantra.
Alright, let's jump right into it. So to start out, you're going to need your oil. I use Quaker State because that's recommended in the manual. I use a Mobile One filter. Oil filter wrench size is 74 to 76 millimeters. You're going to need a way to get your car in the air, whether it's jack and jack stands or a lift, oil catch pan, 17 millimeter socket, brake cleaner, and a oil funnel. So you're going to get into your car, start it up, and get her on flat ground. This also serves to heat up the oil bit so it'll drain quicker. You guys are going to notice when I get under the car is that I do not have an oil drain bolt. I have a Howto valve. I'll explain that later. So make sure your car is in park and you put up the emergency brake. Make sure not to let your car run for too long because if the oil gets too hot you guys won't be able to take it out without burning yourself. Now use your preferred method of getting the car in the air. I use a jack and jack stand. You really only have to lift one side up. I use a pinch weld guard. They cost about $15-20 bucks on Amazon, but they stop you from scratching up and bending your pinch weld. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are looking to buy the one. Make sure your car is lifted enough in the air and sneak your jack stand right under it. I personally place it right under the bolt where the control arm bolts to the subframe. Now lower slightly. I like to keep 50-50 distribution between the jack stand and the jack. Slide your oil pan under the car. Get yourself under the car. Now this is where I'm talking about where I do not have a traditional oil pan bolt. Instead I have a Howto valve. Howto valve just reduces the risk of you ever having to strip out your oil pan bolt. Now I'm removing the security clip. Get your pan ready and open. Make sure you remove the cap to your oil pan. Now I'm just twisting the valve open. For you guys would be using your 17 millimeter socket and undoing the bolt. Let her drain for about 15-20 minutes. I just sped up this section right here. When you guys take off your bolt, you're going to have to replace your washer that comes on your bolt. It's an aluminum washer. You can replace it with another aluminum washer or copper. When you're done draining, just wipe up the excess, replace your bolt. I'm just closing up the valve. Now for the oil filter. The oil filter is going to be the big opening. It's that black circular object in there. That's your oil filter. Place your oil filter wrench onto it, press it on nice and snug. Get your socket with extensions and just crack her loose a little bit. After you crack her loose, you can use your hand to get the rest undone. Make sure you have your oil pan ready to catch the drippings. Just like with the oil pan bolt, just let it drain for a bit, then completely remove the filter after it drains for a while, and you can dump the rest out. Before you replace the new filter in, you must fill it with oil. You don't have to, but I recommend filling it with oil so that you don't go on a dry start. So just take your filter, pour it. It's easier to pour oil out of the bottle if you pour it out sideways. And after this, we're lubing the gasket so that the oil filter can seat properly. Now carefully raise the filter back up, screw it in. I forgot to record it, but you have to use your 3/8 extension with ratchet to tighten it up just a little bit. And then now we're cleaning up with brake clean to get all the residual oil off. Just spray it up and then use a towel to catch it. Now we'll open up your hood. We're going to start filling her back up with oil. Undo the oil filler cap, have your funnel ready. The funnel that I use sits perfectly in the valve cover. The manual recommends 4.2 quarts, so I aim for 4.2 to 4.5. Here I show you that. Now to check your oil, just pull up the dipstick, wipe off any excess oil, make sure there's none left on the stick. Dip it all the way back in, push it back in so it's fully in, pull it out slowly, and check the level. It has to be all the way to the top of the cross hatching on the F. Remove your funnel and then replace your cap. Tighten it to one click. Now pull out everything from underneath the car. Double check your work. Here I realized that I forgot to put the safety clip back onto the Howto valve, so I crawl back under and snap it back in place. Make sure to always double check your work. Raise the car back up so you're able to remove the jack stand, pull it out, and now lower the vehicle. Earlier my filter wrench got stuck, so I removed it. You can store the old filter in the new box that you get and properly dispose of it. This is just me cleaning up everything. Make sure you guys dispose of your oil properly, bring it to your recycling center, dispose of the old filters however your municipality says that you should get rid of it. But thank you guys for watching the video. Catch you in the next one.